Okay, hello. We are live, and I am going to be continuing work on the Grr Write the Call Out Post meme. I am picking up exactly where we left off, where I was filling in above the storyboard with some really rough animation. Funnily enough, I had added the froggy chair in, and this morning, I believe, we got some new information about the next Animal Crossing New Horizons. DLC, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Lots of new villagers, but they also have a shot of the froggy chair in one of the homes, so it looks like we're gonna get the recipe for froggy chair. My beloved. I'll just give this a play right now.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post!
Whenever I first play on Clip Studio Paint, oftentimes it'll be out of sync, so I'm gonna pause and hit that start again.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense! La Saga!
There we go. So I'm just going to be continuing doing the rough animation over top of these scenes. It's not too much more roughs I have to do. Quite a bit of it is just editing, where I'm going to be doing a nice zoom on this drawing. And then another good number of the scenes involves just sort of composing the original meme image into the shot and doing some effects so that letters are being typed actively on screen. Might as well blow up that image real fast. A freaking classic, La Saga. Oh goodness, my birds are talking. My birds are talking. Piper, PJ. It's all baby PJ. Goodness. Happy little birds. Gosh, what was this frame? Oh. Picking up where you left off when you were last animating can be funny, because you have to get back into the memory of, okay, what was this frame? Why did I save this? Oh, goodness. Oh, my budgies are talking. I just want to be in on the conversation. If you're not aware, I have two budgerigar birds, also known as parakeets. I hope they don't come in too shrill on the mic. They might actually be louder than me. The thing is, I happen to be a pretty quiet person. So it was hard to find a balance where my own music and audio didn't drown me out. And checking the balance, it seems like they're almost at my volume, and they're a good few yards away from the mic, whereas I'm right up against it. Thankfully, before starting stream, I did do some kind of a warm-up. I drew some fan art for the comic Out of Placers. I just gave that comic a try last night, and it's really attracted me because of how well thought out the world and the fantasy species in there are. It's a free webcomic, which is always nice because free entertainment is really good to lean on when you're like a college student or a high schooler that doesn't have like any kind of allowance. Like, free media on the web is always a blessing. I suppose that would be egalitarian? Egalitarian? Yeah. Another day, another chance for me to absolutely butcher the pronunciation of several words. This crazy smear frame of Gerd just absolutely zooming into shot here. I'm going to love doing the tie downs for the smear frame. I tend to not like doing the line art for animation. It's like my least favorite part of the process. But smear frames are really fun because the accuracy of shapes just does not matter. That all goes out the window, as so long as you're following just the general motion of what's happening. Like, without the context of the animation happening here, these drawings are a mess. And I love it. I'm actually gonna make him squish at the top of this arc. Give that a little playback real fast.
Post! You're right to call out post!
I think for the next set of frames, I'm literally going to duplicate it and chop his arms off. Because I'm going to want to dupe the frame a couple times. Gur has lost arms privileges. He knows what he did. I think this will work. I'm just gonna have to take the loop and look at it before I do anything else. So paste and paste. I think that fire could be snappier. Yeah, that's like way too soft. So let's make this real skinny and long. Kind of working. I'm also gonna want these little flames to be much longer. It'll be fine. I can make more tweaks once I start doing the cleaned up line art and stuff like that. So now I need to add some frames for him to be slapping the keyboard. Oop, got an autosave going. I'm sure this file's already chunky. It always takes a second. see if that loop is terrible or okay.
The call out post!
It works.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense!
I'm probably gonna need to add a jostle to Gert's head to match the laughing. I probably am not gonna want to do too much to the head because I'm just gonna recycle this animation for a couple of the shots. And there's a difference between how he's enunciating between those dupes. Let's give him a little different of a mouth shape here, though. Oh, for something where I just copied and pasted the frames around, that's looking okay.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense!
Oh, I love Grr. Okay, I'm gonna copy those frames. I'm gonna hunt down the other scenes where I'm recycling that bit. So right here. And there should be another one down here on the top. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Really ingenious idea of me to do the meme eye glint. I'm totally 100% treading new ground with that. Mm-hmm.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! it! Gar, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense! La Saga! La Saga!
I could probably real quick manually fake some of that zoom in this shot. That feels like a waste of effort though, because I'm just going to do it with the camera later. Yeah, I'm just going to do it later. Okay, I'm going to skip over this. Probably just gonna make a couple duplicates of this frame as is. He's gonna be doing a bit of head bobbing, all sorts of nonsense. Pretty sure I said this last stream, but point of view, you are the laptop, and Gur is repeatedly smashing your keys. Oh, goodness. There goes my bird. Cheat, cheat, cheat. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Whenever my birds are talking that loud, I am always worrying that I shouldn't, like, start talking over them. Because I can see them looking right now, like, oh, oh, the human is making noise now. Do we keep going?
That's enough, Gar!
Oh goodness. That is really silly and wiggly. It doesn't fit the show's original style, but I really want to keep it.
Okay, that's enough, Gur! Hey, that's enough, Gur! Gur, stop it! Gur, you...
I don't need frame 39 anymore. I might actually want to make the next sequence a duplicate and just reuse the body. So what I'm gonna do is take these 4 frames, bloop, stolen, mix snatched, what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the head on these sets of drawings so that I can just reuse the body. Because why throw out a perfectly good cycle of Gur waving his arms around? There we go. Ooh, hi Shadowbug18. Thank you. I'm currently doing the rough animation right now, which means the drawings that are softer in that lighter color is a rough storyboard, and this is the part where I'm deciding how all the motions should be. So it's real scribbly and loose. And then I go back in and I tighten it all down before I color it. can hear my budgies squabbling. They do this funny little trilling sound whenever they're having a little argument. It's like a bunch of rapid beeps. I need to make sure that the loop is consistent here for the body before he transitions into going like crazy girl mode. So I've made yet another duplicate of this frame because I don't want the head animation to just like snap. I want there to be some kind of telegraph that the motion's about to change. So I'm gonna make this a swash frame. His head sort of goes down a little bit before he tilts his head back and starts doing the crazy cackle. And then I'm just gonna make a duplicate loop of these frames. That ought to do me. And then of course I'll do Zim behind him shouting on a different layers because it's going to be completely different timing. And in Clip Studio, when you loop something, it's not a unique drawing each time. It is the exact same drawing. It's kind of like how when people drew on paper and you wanted to reuse a scene, you would literally just take another photograph of the exact same drawings. You are recycling cells. Let's see how this feels. Here, I'll give it a play from the beginning now.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense!
I feel as if I could make that laugh crazier. I think this might be the weakest drawing out of the bunch, so I might as well take the head off of it and then redraw it with something more effective. Let's just do that real rough. It'll do. So I have to do the drawings for this keyboard loop and then 2 more sequences of Zim talking behind these shots. And then I'll have most of the hand-drawn stuff roughed out. Ooh, I need to insert that loop into there. Goofy me.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense! La Saga!
I'm gonna get a bit nitpicky. I'm gonna replace all of my empty frames with only 1 empty frame, that being 14. I have some odd conception that when you do that, it saves some space on the file. It could totally just be like a superstitious thing that I have going on in my head, but it makes me happy.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense! La Saga!
Okay, new animation layer. And here we get to do some more Zim dialogue. He's just a little guy in the background. I'm gonna have to be replaying this to listen to the audio a whole bunch.
That's enough, girl! That's enough, girl!
So he's saying that's... Should probably give him closed teeth. That... I'm gonna give it a wider A. That...
That's enough! That's enough!
Actually, I might want to hold that for a moment.
That's enough!
Just pop back to 1.
That's enough, girl! Enough, girl!
Squabbling burns. That's... So the corners of the mouth need to go wider.
That's enough! That's enough, girl! Enough, girl!
That's E... N... So the corners of the mouth are gonna come in a bit. E... N... Enough. Ooh, got an autosave going. Goodness.
That's enough, girl! Okay, that's enough, girl!
Squash his head down for the fuh.
Okay, that's enough, girl!
It's enough. I could probably just use the N sound again. G I Grr. That's gonna be a new drawing for the R. Unless I use the S sound, grr, the teeth should be parted.
That's enough, girl! That's enough, girl!
Hmm.
Okay, that's enough, Gur! Okay, that's enough, Gur!
Crazy budgies. They're having so much fun. They're so happy that I'm talking and making noise. Swear to gosh.
Okay, that's enough, Gur!
I feel like I might need to make that dialogue end sooner.
That's enough, Gur! Hey, that's enough, Gur!
Some of these drawings are totally on ones instead of twos now.
Hey, that's enough, Gur!
Yeah, that's how short it should be. That's enough. Grr.
Hey, that's enough, Gur! Gur, stop! Gur,
Let's have him do this G sound going down because I want it to pop up after that. So he's going down for the G and grr. Make his arms raise up a little bit. So that's... And then he pops up. So... G-I grr sound. Goodness. So here's the sound in grr. Do that hard lower bite. Make his antenna pop back up. He starts neutral. G er. Gonna get real messy with these drawings here.
Gur, stop! Stop it!
So then we get a S sound, so it's S. There's this, and then he's gonna go to the T sound. Stop, 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 stop. Actually, maybe I'm just gonna want to dupe that, because the T should be a bit wider than the S in terms of mouth shape. Give that a bit of overhang. Squish it a little bit so it's not stationary. Actually, maybe I want it to squish down. I'm gonna hold drawing 12 for a little bit. Just 4 frames. Okay.
Stop it!
So, g er st p. Let's go really crazy for the P sound. Like his lower jaw just overtakes an entire segment of his face. And here I'm gonna go open-handed. Zim's fun as a character because he'll just like claw the air. I like that a lot. He's just like violent when he speaks. He walks violently, he talks violently, he grabs the air violently. He doesn't necessarily do that in his other mannerisms. Like, he's not inherently a more violent Urkin than the other Urkins. Just the amount of force that he shoves into everything else is like, bro, chill a little dude. Stop. Stop, stop, stop.
Gar, stop it!
Stop.
It!
I think that maybe that O sound is going to need to be extended.
Gar, stop it!
Or I'll just put them on 3s for now. So they take up 3 frames instead of 2. Stop. Let's go back to 14. Make a duplicate of it. So I can do something different with the hands. I think I might just want his hands to kind of rattle. Just shaken, ringing the air. His sharp little fingertips. So stop it. So I'm just gonna loop frames 17 and 18 here.
Gar, stop it!
That's gonna want to be a subtler movement.
Gar, stop it! Gar, stop it!
I think for now I'll just hold on 18. When I do the line art, I'll draw the line art twice so that it wiggles a little.
Gar, stop it! Gar, stop it! Gar, stop it! Gar, you...
I need to take a quick BRB. I'm gonna leave the music on. and I'm gonna be back real quick. Make sure that I mute myself right, of course. And I'm back. Gosh, I thought for a moment my music had completely stopped while I was gone. Alright, back into the fray. Sometimes I have to just start the clip at different intervals to see where the sound starts. Especially when you're looking at the waveform like this, you cannot tell what is Zim and what is Gur just cackling. So I need that Grr. It's kind of already in that mouth shape. Let's just jump to the I sound. Make his hands come down. So, grr, once again. I'm gonna have him clench his fists here. Then he goes E-U. Honestly, I should just make a duplicate of the last drawing. Go you sound yeah. I feel like I made his head kind of small here, like I lost the volume. Oh, that turned into a yawn. Oh dear. Grr. You. I'm gonna put a lot of follow through on that. I think I need the y sound to pop up, actually. Man, I don't like how any of that is turning out. I'm gonna make a dupe of 19. And I'm gonna have his head pop up a little more so it eases into it. Now it's You. Probably just borrow frame 19 for this. It's you. Id. You idiot. Oh, I think everything is way too ahead. Let's have you id. You idiot. You can tell I'm getting lazier with the teeth. I'm not drawing them like zippers, I'm just sort of mashing lines in. It's a little messy, but I can clean it up later. Whew.
You idiot! Stop writing nonsense! What's this? Some degenerate online has ratio of me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop!
So here, he goes to a T-town. T-town, T sound. Grr, you idiot. So it's stop. he says, "Screw you, idiot. Stop." So then you get the P sound in there. That's, I'm gonna do like a big overbite. It's stop.
You idiot! Stop running!
Probably just go back to 22B.
Stop running! No!
So now we get the nonsense sound. Ooh, doing an autosave. Yeehaw. Oh, that was the world's saddest yeehaw I've ever said. That came out like a whisper. I said yeehaw. So, writing non. Nonsense.
Nonsense! Writing non.
Wait, writing. So I need to go back to 27 actually. Ding. Okay. Go back to 28 then, writing non.
Stop writing nonsense! You idiot! Stop writing nonsense! You idiot! Stop writing nonsense! Nonsense!
Oh, nonsense starts here. So after writing. Right.
Writing non. Writing. Idiot! Stop.
Where did that puh sound go? I am now missing the puh.
Stop writing.
I guess I'll just make a dupe. And I'll remake the puh sound. Stop. We go down to r. So that's right. Stop right. Right. Ing. Right.
Idiot, stop writing nonsense!
Oh, welcome to chat, Voosh. Yes, so I have two parakeets. Their names are Piper and Panda, and I'm working in Clip Studio Paint. Aw, I'm so sorry about your birds. Yeah, we're pretty tight with bird security, so they only stay in one room. We don't usually do big open windows. Here, let me give you a play of the video right now.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense! La Saga! La Saga!
Right now I am working on getting Zim's lip syncs to not look quite so jank. Nonsense.
Idiot, stop writing nonsense!
This is stop. Right. Okay, so this is writing. I need the sound. So it'd be 28. Writing. Non. Then it goes into the S sound. Non. Yeah, I'm gonna be working on this one for quite a while. The guy who does the voices for these memes, the guy who's doing a Richard Horvitz impression is really good. Then go back to the end sound. Gosh, what's the end sound? 29. Sense. Should be nonsense.
You idiot! Stop writing nonsense! What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post! stop it! Gar, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense! La Saga! La Saga!
Ooh, that's a fun question. So obviously, you can't monetize stuff that is other people's properties. So if I did specifically a bunch of Invader Zim shorts, they would most likely have to go as like non-profit projects to be within the bounds of legality. The thing is, Nickelodeon doesn't protect certain IPs very well. If you upload clips of SpongeBob, there's a pretty big chance they're going to get taken down. But almost all of the episodes of Invader Zim just sort of float around on YouTube because they just kind of don't care about protecting that IP anymore. Same goes for some other more obscure shows like Making Fiends. You can just watch them all on YouTube. So I could probably get away with it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'll be able to have the time or money to make a set of Invader Zim shorts, as much as I'd love to. Invader Zim is like by far one of my favorite animations. Cartoons. I'm gonna do Gur slapping the keyboard now. That's how I type, frankly. I just slap the keyboard until all the red squiggles are gone. What I should do is animate the keyboard separately. Oh, funny you mentioned that, saying that Invader Zim has a big following. It has what you call a cult following, where it's a really, like, comparatively small but vocal following, and it also wasn't present when the show was running. It became more popular in hindsight after it got discontinued. Which is actually one of the reasons why they were able to come back and do, like, Enter the Florpus on Netflix. That doesn't mean nobody watched it while it was on TV. It was just, you know, smaller numbers than Nickelodeon would have wanted it to have. I always sometimes wonder if Nickelodeon regrets buying some of the darker IPs that they own, such as Invader Zim. I guess considering the fact that they just put it into their Brawl game and, you know, made another movie means not that much. Let's see if that's chaotic enough. I'm gonna paste it so that it's a loop. It's not quite as chaotic as just flipping the image, but I think with the arms that I'm gonna put on it, it's gonna be just fine for my purposes. So I'm actually gonna go up to a bigger pen size and make it a little redder, so it's easier to see his arms. Him being Gur. Mr. Roboto. I'm gonna do a big old smear frame right here. Make the hand really long because it's zooming down. Zoop. Oh my gosh, yeah. Rocco's Modern Life and Ariel Monsters definitely got shorter ends of the sticks too. The Static Cling special was really good. I have never watched Real Monsters though. I think personally, if there's anything that I really dislike out of all of Nick's business practices they've done, was ending making fiends and then not allowing the creator to continue making indie content with the characters. Because they didn't even make it into Brawl. And as I said, all of their episodes are just kind of floating there on YouTube with no concerns. It just feels like they said, we're done with this property. I feel like Gur's hand on this side stays too close to the screen in general. So I'm gonna shrink this way down. Little baby hands for little baby man. Probably get away with some foreshortening on this too. it'll still be pretty smeary. Just make it thinner so that the perspective feels different.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr! Write the call-out post! Okay, that's enough, Grr! Grr, stop it! Grr, you idiot! Stop writing nonsense! La Saga! La Saga!
Now, I wonder if I should jump into doing the camera work right now. Because there's a couple places where I am pretty much only doing camera work, and that means changing the size of the canvas in some places. So here, this drawing's gonna have to be bigger than that drawing. Ooh, here's the thing, Voosh. Specifically with making fiends, the creator both had... Okay, so it started originally as a web series. And the web series plot was actually in the middle of an arc and was halted for the purpose of being brought to Nickelodeon. So there's that plot line that was literally just sort of froze and ended. And on top of that, they had more episodes written for the Nicktoons version of Making Fiends. However, that was also just sort of full stop ended on them. So not only are there's like completed unreleased scripts, there's also incomplete storyline for the independent version, which they're not allowed to continue because of IP ownership with Nick. So that's one of those cases where it's like there was so many more ideas floating around that were just ready for being told, but Amy hasn't been able to continue any of them and has had to, you know, try some other IPs. Okay, time to do some 2D camera manipulation. With Clip Studio, it's literally just a folder that you plop everything else into. So now I have a folder full of subfolders. And what you do for the camera folder is you keyframe it. It's real funky. So keyframe, smooth interpolation. Actually, I'm probably gonna want to start with a hold. It goes from here. And put a hold here just for safekeeping. Just checking chat. I suppose part of it is how frantically I wanted to tell that story too. I can talk quite fast when you get me on a particular track of thought. Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna have to go back to here. And now this is gonna have to be zoomed way the heck out. And it's gonna slowly encroach in. And here's where I'm gonna have to start manipulating the canvas size. Oh, I see. Your written English is quite good. I haven't felt like you were a non-native speaker. Okay. Probably gonna want to pop into this folder. Yeah, I'm just gonna drag 3 here. So now the camera does the legwork for that. Gosh, I'm just gonna have to collect those frames and shrink them all down to match 21. Pretty close, just gonna have to nudge it. I wish that I was raised, to have bilingual inclinations early on. When you're American, you're really just kind of put into this cultural bubble. And then they try and teach you some Spanish in school. Like, it's almost routinely always Spanish or French. But otherwise, anything else you learn, you have to, like, really just sort of decide to put the elbow grease in to learn it yourself. Yeah, animation is a lot of tedium. Oh, duh. I'm gonna want all of those frames to be bigger, not smaller, because otherwise then I'm shrinking the resolution. And then you start to see pixelation. So I'm gonna have to... Oh, wrong folder. I'm gonna just select all of those. Ugh, I stuttered. I'm gonna have to select all of those again and blow them up a bit. I think in animation school, so I'm a college graduate, it was generally accepted that 1 minute of animation equals about, I think it was 80 hours of work. Labor, making the drawings and backgrounds and stuff for the complete pipeline. think that should be enough for the camera. Though, I guess I'm gonna have to pop the property. Goodness! Squabbling birds. Oh gosh. Unlike the other transformation layers, normally with these transformation layers, you have the option to pop this little arrow open for more options, for more fine control. I'm not seeing that right now. So I think I'm just gonna take a copy of another frame that is in the right place. And drop it here. Ooh, fun thing that you're mentioning about 24 frames per second. Most hand-drawn animation uses the same drawing twice in a row. We call that being on twos, and it's essentially 12 frames per second. But we still tend to make the file 24 frames per second so that the drawings can sometimes squish or pull to being only 1 frame or 2 frames so that you can alter the timing and stuff. Yeah, 1,444 frames a minute. Oh gosh. I have accidentally duplicated my camera layer. Don't want that. There we go. So now we're kosher. Don't think I need any other camera movements for the rest of the shot. Yeah. Ooh, I could do a camera shake here though. So if I pop a hold or a keyframe right there, then what I can do is I can just sort of scramble the camera around a little bit. The one thing that I dislike about Clip Studio right now is the fact that you can't view your animation through the camera. You have to look at it like it's a canvas until you do an export. So like, I don't really have an idea of what a camera shake like this will look like until after I make some exports. It's something that I hope they add, because they're like constantly churning out updates for Clip Studio Paint that are free when you have the full version purchased. So they have added some really nice things, and that's something that would be on my wish list. I'm pretty darn sure it's not a feature right now. I believe I have Googled it in the past. It's very kind of you to offer, though. Just the ever so slightest camera shake. Ooh, my file's big enough for it to need a pre-render. I don't think you can see my Clip Studio Paint pop-ups, but I have one for rendering playback range. And once the file starts to get chunky, it becomes a pretty big weight. We have entered the chunk zone.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me!
I don't want to pull that keyframe. Let's see, where does he say ratioed?
Of me! Grr! What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me! Grr! Grr!
What's this? Degenerate online has ratioed me.
What's this? Some degenerate online has ratioed me!
I guess I could also manipulate the size of the camera on these two for a little more chaos. And then I could tilt some too. Just go real bonkers for this part. Okay, it's about that time where I have been working for 2 hours and I need a snack. So I think that I'm going to wrap up stream here. Ooh, my computer's real slow. Just thinking about too many things. Okay, well, I'll be hopping off stream here. Kings, queens, and in-betweens, thanks for watching today.